The fight now must be to make public colleges and universities tuition free. And right now, as we speak, there are some 45 million Americans dealing with student debt. I talked to a young woman who graduated dental school in Des Moines, actually, $400,000 in debt. Young people are going to be teachers, $50,000, $100,000 in debt. If Trump and his friends can give massive tax breaks to the rich and to large corporations, yes, we can cancel all student debt in America through a modest tax on Wall Street speculation.
Did you catch this? Senator Bernie Sanders will propose today that the federal government should pay to wipe clean all student debt, public, private, all of it, held by 45 million Americans. He said, and this was in a tweet, yeah. What if the simplest
viability is a great place to begin.
What if the simplest thing in this student loan debt issue just to allow those who are swamped to declare bankruptcy and to allow those who are swamped to declare bankruptcy and to allow those who are swamped to declare bankruptcy and start over. That's what bankruptcy does.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to do that with student debt the way it stands. Now, that would be a hardship for the banks if you just made it easy for everybody to declare they can't pay back their loans. Remember, you can't just cancel the debt. You have to pay back the debt because in most cases, I mean, these are banks that have made these loans and they're guaranteed by the federal government. But the banks, so you have to pay the money back to the banks. The banks, so you have to pay the money back to the banks. The banks, so you have to pay the money back to the banks. Now there's around 1.5 trillion or 1.6 trillion in student loan debt outstanding. So that is a $1.6 trillion hit to taxpayers. So that is a $1.6 trillion hit to taxpayers. The proposal here by Bernie Sanders is to pay all of that back. So that is a $1.6 trillion hit to taxpayers. He says the money will come from this financial transactions tax he wants to impose. So that would be a tax on stock and bond trades. and give it all to people who are carrying this debt. The one key thing here is this only makes sense if you also then make college free for everybody, because you can't forgive student debt for everybody who has it now, but then everybody starts taking on student debt all over again. So this has to be paired with free college for everybody, and it just gets enormously expensive.
But what about those of us who paid off our loans? I mean, the average loan right now is $37,000.
You should have graduated later. You should have been born later.
Well, my question is,
you're getting it. Is this unfair? And I think it is, and I think it's not politically viable.
One of my other questions is, if you are not as motivated when you get out of school to repay your student debt, what kind of jobs might you take instead of the higher paying job? One of my other questions is, if you are not as motivated when you get out of school to repay your student debt, what kind of jobs might you take instead of the higher paying job?